A terrible new leak has totally upended what we believed to be true. Regarding the family dispute at Roloff Farms, just when we thought everything had settled down, we are no longer discussing a straightforward dispute over property boundaries or the cost per acre. It's darker here. This is about a willful attempt to destroy the Roloff grandchildren's future and a betrayal of heritage. According to insider information we've obtained, the irrevocable family trusts the legal tool intended to safeguard Jackson, Ember, and the other grandchildren have been covertly changed. A lowball offer wasn't the only thing that caused friction between Matt and Zach. It concerned Zach's realization that the inheritance plan had been completely destroyed. In the notion we are discussing today, generational wealth is purposefully redirected into instant liquidity, leaving the grandchildren with nothing except memories. Who controls the pin that changed the course of history? Every indication from our source suggests that an influence has gradually acquired control of the farm's finances. This is the tale of the betrayal of the secret trust fund. Please remember to use the like button and subscribe to Lpbw update before we get into the legal documents and the startling timeline of events. The mainstream media is missing the most important piece of the puzzle, so you must be present while we pull this tale together. We are going to unveil something that will alter little people, big world's whole history, so turn on notifications. Now, in order to comprehend the seriousness of this circumstance, we must look beyond the scenes that have been modified for television. The conflict between Matt Roloff and his son Zach has been escalating for years. The storyline that the network promoted was straightforward. They informed us that Zach was interested in purchasing the farm, but he couldn't afford Matt's asking price. It was portrayed as a traditional tragic comedy about commerce. A son who demands a family discount and a father who overvalues his life's work. Does that make sense? Though Tori and Zach are financially independent, they've been successful, spent almost 20 years navigating the world of reality TV. The ardent fan base never liked the notion that they couldn't agree on more than a few $100,000. It felt unfinished. The terrible picture is now becoming clear as a result of these fresh insider rumors. According to the notion, Zach saw more than just a price tag during the due diligence stage of the discussion. When attorneys examined the deeds, the liens, and the current trust, he noticed a change. He observed that the verbal and legal commitment Matt made years ago to maintain the farm in the family for the grandchildren, as well as the grandfather's guarantee, had been compromised. This leads us to the idea of an irreversible trust. Creating a trust is more important in high-asset estate planning than simply leaving a will, particularly for a family with a complex asset like a customized farm. By shielding the asset from taxes, creditors, and poor choices, this vehicle makes sure that after the patriarch dies, the land transfers smoothly to the following generation. The family had long recognized that the large house and the main land were enshrined in a trust. For the grandchildren's future benefit, it served as a safety net. Amy Roloff felt at ease finally stepping away because of it, feeling that her grandchildren were legally protected regardless of what transpired between her and Matt. However, trusts are only as safe as the individuals in charge of them. At this point, the story turns to Caryn's impact. Chandler. Caryn's status as Matt's girlfriend must be examined from the perspective of her previous job as well. She managed the property. No one knows the books as well as she does. She is aware of the liabilities, overhead, and profit margins. Caryn works from a place of numbers and financial results, in contrast to Amy, who worked from a place of emotion and family history. According to the insider source, there was a slow-moving effort to persuade Matt that the farm was now an anchor rather than an asset. The Matt was supposedly told a story about ungrateful kids. Every time Jeremy chose to work on a project away from the farm, or Zach refused to complete a task, it was brought to light. It was enlarged. It was suggested that the children were holding out for a handout, waiting for Matt to die so they could get their money. Isolating the grantor is a well-known manipulation technique in the legal community. Convincing the rich party that their heirs don't value them opens the door to thank you guys.